Hello, my name is Carol Brendleray, and I'm from the Spirit of Peace Church of the Brethren in East Lansing, Michigan. I'd like to tell you about Educando Vidas, our project sending children to school in Guatemala. About 36 years ago, an 11-year-old girl came to our family from Guatemala for a series of 5 surgeries. Vilma became like a daughter to us in the 2 years of operations and recuperation. Then she went home to her own loving family. Years later, as a young wife and mother, she came back to visit us. Thus began a relationship that changed our lives and the lives of many children in her own country. Vilma credits her experiences with the Lansing Spirit of Peace Church of the Brethren as giving her a heart for serving the poor. Through conversations, we learned how few children attend and complete primary and secondary education in Guatemala. Although public school is free, there are many costs that need to be paid by the families. Every student needs shoes, a uniform, and backpack. They also have to buy their own textbooks and all school supplies. It takes about $100 to buy these things for a primary child, about $150 for a middle schooler, and $300 to provide the needs for a secondary career education student. When there are several children in a family with low income, it is very prohibitive. Boys are usually chosen for school while girls stay home to care for younger siblings and help with housework. We believe the best way to emerge from poverty is to become educated. By giving children the opportunity to have a better future, they are less likely to be sent on the dangerous journey across the border to the U.S. For the purpose of making money to send home. We see this as Jesus in the neighborhood, our southern neighbors in Central America. The first year, 2010, our church sponsored 10 children to go to school. We call the program Educando Vidas, Educating Lives. Vilma, our very dedicated volunteer, makes all the arrangements. Talking with school personnel about the families most in need, she convinces parents of the importance of education, especially for girls, and she talks with children to see what their goals are and if they are motivated to learn. We also assist families with special needs such as medicine, food, and so on. She shops for everything the students need. Vilma arranges for tutors, especially if the parents don't read. One little boy said he wanted to go to school because his parents couldn't read, and it was a really big problem. He and his sister are now in the program, and the mother sits in on the tutoring sessions when she can. The literacy rate in Guatemala is very low.
Hello, my name is Vilma Garcia. I am from Guatemala. I live in Antigua, Guatemala. Um, uh, I've been helping and being a volunteer for Educando Vidas since the beginning. We've been working with many children during these years. Right now, we have 45 children in the program. Last year, we had 12 children who graduate through the years, which has been a challenge for each one of us. And many of our students are working already and helping their families. So we are happy to hear that they are able to provide support to their families. Each time we visit a child or family, we try to get or to have the ones in the program who are in most need. Of course, many of them are in most need, but we have to choose very carefully. We also try to have the girls to go to school because so often many of the families wants to keep the girls and home to help the moms, so they don't want to send the girls to school. But we believe that girls have to have the opportunity to go to school. So we want to say thank you for your support and thank you for giving us this opportunity to be part
Vilma,
of
how many
this.
children would you say we have served all through the years so far?
Oh,
About a
we
total.
had like 75 children through all the years long, and maybe 25 who graduate.
Our financial support has become broader than the local church. Other churches, organizations, and generous individuals have helped keep Educando Vidas going. We did notice a significant drop in donations during COVID. We have not yet been able to regain the pre-pandemic level of funding. Another part of this ministry, Libros por los Niños, which means books for the children, started as we became aware of the shortage of books for our students to read. In Guatemala, as in most developing countries, there are no public libraries, no school libraries, no extra books in classrooms other than the text, and no books in most homes. Where is the motivation to learn to read if there's nothing to read? I contrast this with the hundreds of books in every classroom my grandchildren have been in. We decided to change this one school at a time by raising funds to start small libraries in the schools where we have Educando students. Thus far, we have started 5 little libraries and we are ready for a new one. Please come to visit our Educando Vidas exhibit hall booth. You will recognize us by the brightly colored Mayan gifts that we'll be selling through fair trade with a cooperative of Mayan women who are highly skilled but struggle to be able to keep their own children in school. Will you help us partner to uplift these children of God?